Welcome. Today, we're going to unlock a roadmap that could completely change how you grow your business. If you're tired of constantly putting out fires and feel like you're stuck, not making any real progress, then you are absolutely in the right place. All right, let's jump right in by asking the one question that honestly trips up most scaling business owners. Are you fixing the real problem or just the most obvious one? It's a huge distinction, and it can mean the difference between spinning your wheels and actual sustainable growth. The core problem is that we often try to apply a single isolated solution, maybe a new marketing tactic or hiring one person, to what's actually a complex system-wide issue. And that just leads to frustration, wasted effort, and that awful feeling of being stuck on a hamster wheel. But what if you had a complete map? That's exactly what the Visionary Ecosystem is. It's a four-quadrant roadmap designed to make sure you're applying the right solution at the right time, guiding you from where you are now all the way to growth, scalability, and a lasting legacy. So, your journey begins right here, in Quadrant 1, Visionary Capacity. Think of this as the foundational diagnostic for you, the founder. It's all about getting that core clarity nailed down before you even think about trying to scale. This stage is all about digging in and diagnosing the root causes of any misalignment. We look at your core beliefs, your personal capacity, and your high-level strategy. The whole point is to get crystal clear on that one subconscious block that's holding you back and to define your unique operating frequency. That's the authentic way you're really meant to lead and build. So, how do you know if this is your starting point? Just ask yourself this question and be honest. If the answer feels a little fuzzy or maybe it's just a flat no, then this is without a doubt where you need to put your energy first, before anything else. Okay, let's move on to Quadrant 2. Instructional alignment. Once your internal vision is sharp and clear, it's time to translate that into an external, scalable business structure. This is where your business really starts to become its own thing, separate from you. So here, the focus totally shifts to building out those essential systems, the workflows, the procedures, all the stuff that lets your business run without you being the bottleneck for every single little decision. This is how you go from chaos to order and get that real operational freedom. If this question really hits home for you, if you feel like you are the business and you can't even step away for a day, then you're probably hanging out in the instructional alignment stage. Now, with that solid structure in place from Quadrant 2, we get to enter Quadrant 3, Immersive Activation. This is all about cranking up the momentum and deeply embedding your new strategies into the fabric of your business. This is really where theory becomes second nature. Through things like masterminds and workshops, this quadrant helps you turn those new strategies from just ideas into embodied habits. It's about surrounding yourself with high-level peers who keep you accountable and help you keep that forward motion going strong. So here's the gut check for this stage. If you've got the systems, but you're struggling to keep up the pace or get your team totally on board, then this is your quadrant. This is all about making growth stick and scaling effectively. And finally, we arrive at Quadrant 4, Asset Protection and Legacy. This is the capstone of the whole ecosystem. It's designed to protect and preserve all the incredible value you've worked so hard to create. At this point, your thinking shifts from just building a business to creating a lasting asset. This means securing your intellectual property, protecting your revenue streams, and really developing a clear strategy for generational wealth. If you find yourself worrying about things like ownership, legal exposure, or how you're going to pass on everything you've built, this question is your big clue. It means it's time to shift your focus to securing your legacy, right here in Quadrant 4. So, now that you've heard about all four stages of the visionary ecosystem, the big question is, where do you see yourself on this map? Which one of these quadrants is screaming your name right now? Okay, this slide is where it all clicks into place. Think of it as your personal diagnostic tool. Just find your biggest pain point on the left, and it will point you to exactly where you need to start on the right. Simple as that. No more guesswork. And the most important thing to take away here is that this roadmap isn't just some theory. It's a practical tool. It's designed to stop you from trying to solve Quadrant 4 problems like legacy when you actually have a Quadrant 1 root cause, like a major lack of clarity. The whole purpose of this ecosystem is to give you clarity. So instead of just throwing things at the wall and hoping something sticks, you can now take a clear, strategic, and super intentional first step based on where you truly are in your journey. And that very first step is to get your core diagnostic. The visionary archetype and shadow diagnosis is the key that unlocks everything else. It's a deep dive process that will pinpoint your exact starting point on this map, so you can finally move forward with total confidence and true alignment.